I remember these cicadas had overrun our backyard. We had all these bugs in our walls and our drawers. They were so loud the neighbors would complain. It was around this time that Mel was first sent away. By that stage, he asked us to stop calling him Dad for some reason. He would wander the backyard until late at night, and sometimes go missing for days at a time. He believed that all these bugs had come as some kind of curse, or that they were here to warn us about something. At first, we thought they came from this pool he tried to build in the backyard that had become a home for these different creatures. It was like they'd come and given him these strange ideas and set up these booby traps inside him, and he didn't know when they were gonna go off. At the time, he just seemed like an angry dog, barking and snapping at people and biting on himself. Days would go by without him sleeping and everything would become still, like we were all underwater, living at the bottom of the ocean. Sometimes he'd just sit in his car with the engine on, drowning out the noise and protected by the fumes all around. And he'd look at us like we weren't even really there. And he was on this other planet. My grandma said he'd become possessed, and Father Rankin said he needed to make right his relationship to God. Later, doctors said there was maybe something wrong inside his brain. I don't think anyone knew though. When they met, before they came out here, my mother said he was the most romantic man she'd ever known. They'd go to dances and win competitions, and he'd make all the girls jealous of her. But now this thing had come and taken over him, and I don't think any of us recognized him anymore. My mother kept up these traditions from their home, like they might remind him of something. But that just seemed to make things worse. At school, they told us about how people can get sick in their brain, the way they can get sick in their belly. And no one knows for sure which part is a sickness and which part is just you. We learned about all the creatures inside us, how we're made up of these little living bugs and cells, most of which aren't even human. All these separate alien things squirming around inside. I would sometimes close my eyes and try to listen to these creatures, like they were trying to tell me things. And I'd wonder if they were talking to Mel too. John outside! One time, he hit my mother in her head with a coffee pot. It burned her skin, and after that, he disappeared for a while. She got us to write down any bad thoughts we had about him, so we could burn them. And for a moment, there was this false kind of peace. Now I was allowed to stay out late and hang out with other kids that were allowed to stay out too. We'd hang out in these old abandoned places that had become infested. And I'd started to see what Mel had caught in other people. A strange sickness or sadness inside everyone. These kids would say that Mel was this crazy person and I'd be one too. One day, the person that I was would be replaced by this other person, and I wouldn't even know it. Soon, I'd be the angry dog. I'd try to look out for this change. I'd write out my favorite things to see if they were different. And I'd play these tricks on myself. And try to make sure that I look like everybody else. Hey.
How's school today?
It's good.
Hello, Isabel. How you doing? Do you want to go in? Let's go. She will be fine. Isabel is too scared of me now. What about you? Can you come sit next to your father, please? You see, Tempest, I just want you to know, like, these people are fake people. These people are fake people. We are the real people. You see this drunken people, all this stuff in the street, all this area, they're all sinful people. This world, it wasn't made for us. We are different. We are real. We together, we in one team. They think we are possessed, but I'm not. They're liar, you know? They're liar. I want you to understand this.
It felt like he knew something and he wanted me to know. And I wanted to understand.
Out of this planet, because they're not real people, you know? It's coming to you, huh? You know, you're not thinking well.
I could feel the world slipping away, like it was all on this screen. My body went numb and all I could hear was this noise. I found out later he tried to drop the dog at a hospital, but they couldn't take him. A few days after that, the police pulled his car out from a lake, with only the two of them inside. I thought all the bugs that had overrun our yard would go away after that, but they hadn't. I had tangled the two in my memories, but maybe they weren't related. Maybe Mel had made the same connections in his mind, trying to make sense of the world and all the different parts inside himself, speaking to him from someplace unknown. I'd listen at night to all these little creatures, letting them wash over me and drown me out, till there was nothing left, just this sea of noise.